Girls with Wasp on stream. Evening, everybody. Evening. How are we? Welcome. Apologies. We're a bit late. In fact, we're quite late. To be honest, we're mega late. We're well and truly in the late. I mean, an hour. An hour's quite shoddy, isn't it? It's tardy. That's what that is. Tardy. James said I might start calling myself there. Apologies for that. A little bit of life stuff to have to deal with before we got on tonight, but here we are anyway. We can still get ourselves in. I guess we had a bit of a bonus last night, so that's not all bad. It's transfer recruitment summer special, which of course we all enjoy doing. We spent 3 hours last night on the recruitment drive at Crystal Palace. We progressed 3 weeks, and we signed 3 players. Two technically. Let's have a little look. See how we got on. Let's do that. Here we are then. This, of course, is what we have now. We, of course, have moved on from Huddersfield. We are currently at Crystal Palace. And you know what? I think we've fallen on our feet a little bit. Clip that if you want. Let us know how it's going to be at the end of the season. But the reason I say we've fallen on our feet, okay, is first of all, obviously they've still got the class kits as part of the sort of, we haven't updated the kits at all. This is what I think is most impressive. Training facilities 18, youth facilities 20, junior coaching 17, youth recruitment 16. That's pretty good. We might get ourselves a few wonder kids, and we've got a couple of really good players in the youth system, to be honest. Hello, Inky. Welcome back. Hope you're well, buddy. Of course, Fan Iger's here as well. The Arsenal's here. Brawl Sisters here with Watto. Of course, a little bit of a back and forth over the whole Middlesbrough-Norwich game tonight. Also, we've got Statline Andrews in as well, of course. Keeney's in. Wilco's in. A15's in. Welcome, everybody. And, of course, plenty of people as well just chilling in the background, which is great. It's a Friday night. Chill out. Get yourselves a trifle. Put your feet up. It's going to be great. As I say, so despite all that, despite all this incredible facility stuff, they also have £41 million to spend. No idea what I'm going to do with all that money. I've got no idea at all. It's far too much money for me. And we've spent some of that as well. Genuinely, we have spent some. Look, we bought a goalkeeper for 600 grand. Of course, we've got 40 million quid to spend. We bought a goalkeeper for 600 grand. Classic TJ. This is what we've got. We've got him in from Sunderland. Ben Hall, the most active goalkeeper in the Premiership last season. Even Frozen Luffy, I've just seen that. Welcome into the Discord, by the way. If you haven't already joined, then please do come and hang out in the Discord as well. Feels like you won the FM lottery. You better believe it, Inky. My mission is to have 40 million quid left by the end of the season as well. So we need a goalkeeper. We absolutely need a goalkeeper. Ben Hall has come in, right? He is good enough for now because our other 2 goalkeepers are shit. But I think we still need a first choice. Okay? Now, he is in here. Great. But last season, he was the most active goalkeeper in the Premiership, as I say, because Sunderland were really struggling. But he was like top for save percentage. He was top for expected saves. He was top for like tips and parries and all that kind of thing. So we've brought him in. That's fine. Ivan Vismara, not a player we can get credit for, to be honest, because he was already signed. He was in on loan at Palace last season. They've then activated that loan and made him a permanent signing. So he's come in from Atalanta, £2.7 million. Fine, get him in. Plays as that number 10 role. Should be fairly handy. And we've signed Z. A free transfer. A free transfer. Brazilian fullback who we're going to train to play right back, I think. For a free transfer, why not? Do you know what I mean? Like, he's on £9,000 wage, which again is nothing. But he's coming from Monaco. Previously been at Bournemouth, previously been at Monaco, previously been at Brøndby. So he's been around a bit. He's been all over the place, but even if he's just a backup, it's 23-year-old Brazilian. It might be all right. Might be quite fun to look at. So £3 million spent, of which we've spent 600 grand. Outgoing 18 million. So Saraki, had already been agreed to go out before we'd even come in. So he's gone. He's gone to Roma or Capitolina. I believe they're now called. So he's already out. Lloyd Mahoney has gone out on loan, I believe, to Dundee United. Carlos Azon, backup goalkeeper, has gone to Nancy. Isa Precious has gone to Coventry. And our other goalkeeper, broad system with a gifted sub to Wattle. Look at that. That is beautiful. Beautiful work there. Well done, Broadsist. Genuinely appreciate you. Felix has gone to Sunderland. And Isaac Martins has gone to Derby. Right. So, we've had a look at the squad. We've even put together a basic 4-2-3-1 tactic. I don't like it. It feels wrong. It feels dirty. But this is how we might have to play this season. We have some issues, right? We have some issues in that some players want to leave still, including our captain, Nagakura, wants to leave. Wolves have made a bid. I don't want to sell him, but he might have to go, which is going to be a worry, because that means more money in the kitty, and I can't spend the money we've already got. So I don't know what to do about that. Caleb wants to leave as well. He's potentially wanted by Sunderland, Lyon, Eintracht Frankfurt, Atletico Madrid. He's worth 25 mil, so he might leave. Gumbau is wanted by Leeds and Sunderland. He's worth 30 million quid. Who else is? Militao is wanted by Nottingham Forest. He's worth 20 million quid. Like, we could end up at the point where there's like £100 million worth of transfers here, just sat, and we've got all this money, and we're refusing to. Well, we're not able to spend any of it. Like, that's the problem. I think it's a low bid for Nakagura as well. I'm happy to play hard ball on it, to be honest. Like, you know, he's the club captain. He shouldn't be going for daft money like that. £6 million. No. You know what? I'm going to put it at 40 million, and hopefully that should scare them off. Although I'm worried that what they'll do is they'll then just put something in and it'll just get accepted. So I am thinking, let's reject, and then he can then ask for evaluation himself. I reckon that's what I'm going to do. It might upset him, but you know what? Doesn't matter. I'm okay with that. Goalkeepers are what we need. That's the first order of priority. Right? Palace were relegated this last season, to be honest. Okay, Palace were relegated last season. They didn't get promoted, as you can see. So here's where we are, right? For those people who may be a little bit new to where we are with regards to Palace. So they came down last year and finished in 13th position, okay? Season before, you can see in the Championship there. Premiership, sorry. Season before, yeah, they were 18th, right? Relegated with Leeds and Sheffield United. This is where we are now then. Last season, Sheffield United went up, Norwich went up, Peterborough went up, Reading, Swansea and MK Dons came down, which means that Leeds, Nottingham Forest, Cardiff, Ipswich, Blackburn, they're all still in this division, right? Even James G, welcome. They're all in this division still, right? What time do you call this? Just got in bed, notification came through. Oh mate, tell me about it, man. Like, it was just, we've had a bit of a stress on tonight, but we're here. We're a little bit late, Barn, but we're here, right? Everton are still in the Championship. Bournemouth are now in the Championship. Watford. It's quite a few big clubs. And of course, Huddersfield as well. Now, Huddersfield, of course, we left. We finished second in the league. We left Huddersfield to join Crystal Palace. Their manager, who replaced them, was the Colchester manager who won the league. And he went to Huddersfield. So that's really bizarre. Now Huddersfield have the Colchester manager. Colchester's manager has just been replaced, I believe, and is now currently Gary Jones. So he's been in the job for 5 days. So there you are. James, when you were there, you were last in my hometown of Huddersfield. Yeah, we finished second in League One. James, we should have won the title on the last day of the season. Oh, still good how that went out. Holster, even Tony, admittedly very late to the party. Don't worry about being late. Watched the FM Ruin My Life stand-up show on YouTube last night. Absolutely brilliant. Proper laugh out loud moments. Love the Blythe Spartans letter. Jay Holster, I appreciate you. Thank you very much for that. It's very, very kind indeed. It's mad to think that's 10 years now 10 years for that show. I feel it's due like a reprieve or a redux or something. But I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. I mentioned it briefly as like, hey, maybe this would be an idea. And then my arse fell out a little bit. But maybe we could do it. If you didn't win the League One, how come you left for Palace? So we won. So we got promoted. We got promoted, James, and finished second. So we are in League One anyway. But when we looked around, we were like, right, who's more likely to win the championship? Crystal Palace or Huddersfield? Crystal Palace are more likely to win. So yeah, so we moved across. The word you're looking for is testimonial. Oh, I like that. I like that. That could be the way we angle it. I mean, this keeper looks incredible, but at 45 million quid, there's no way. Well, actually, maybe we could afford. I guess that's the problem. We're literally getting to the point where actually we maybe could afford this guy. 40 million quid on a goalkeeper. Hasn't got any interest in the move at this point. Fair enough. Is the special still available to buy on Steam? I think it is, actually. I think so. I don't think I've physically taken it off. So unless Steam have taken it off, which I don't know, I haven't checked. But it's on YouTube for free if you want to watch it for free. So there's that option as well. Look at Ryan Parker from Man City. We've also got a link up, by the way. I don't know if you've checked in the Discord or not yesterday, but we actually have a link up now with Tottenham. So that's worked out pretty handy for us as well. So we can now sort of be like, right, let's go and find out what players Tottenham have got. See about trying to get them moved across. Coming on loan as well. Should be really, really good. Hluzek has good potential. We're trying to get, there's a lad in from Sweden we like as well, but sadly it doesn't look like he's going to get enough caps for Sweden to come and play, so we might be stuck. He's a goalkeeper that we like. Akrami could be an option on loan, maybe. This is the Swedish guy, by the way, Daniel Carlson. But yeah, he's only played like 5 games for Sweden, so I don't know if we're going to be able to get him through just yet. Klusek looks like a decent one. Very agile. Communication's okay. Commanding of area could be a little bit better. He's apparently, well, according to our scouts, he's 2.5 stars. There's obviously potential for him to be better. 8 caps for the Czech Republic isn't a lot. So I'd wonder, he could be the next Petr Cech though. That's a huge testament to himself. Primarily looks out for his own interests and can be labelled a bit of a mercenary. Might struggle to adapt to a new country at this young age. I mean, we'll see. He's really not too encouraged by the idea though, so I'm not sure giving too much information. He could gain a work permit. He's interesting. (6'1". Could be they're saying that he's only young though, he's 21, isn't he? Kicking's better than Ben Hall's. Communication's the same. Aerial reach is a little bit less. Better command of area though. One-on-one's a tiny bit less. Reflexes are good. Tiny bit better throwing, less rushing out. Anticipation's a tiny bit less, but then again he is only young. Determination's tiny bit less. Work rate's better. Acceleration both quite slow. Agile, jumping reach, they're both pretty similar. Very much a one-footed goalkeeper. They both are, in fact, to be honest. Not a lot between the two of them. Good shot stopping, good consistency, meets the objectives. Playing close to his full potential. So we can actually turn Ben Hall into the backup, actually. AI are rarely interested in players they can't sign. Well, that's the interesting thing, though, because Villa were also interested in Carlson. So if we compare him then with Ryan Barker from Man City, because this is a kind of like for like, I suppose, really. Young goalkeeper, right? Barker's a 20-year-old Welsh lad. Hlusek is 21-year-old Czech. Is Barker the next anybody? We don't know yet. Barker apparently better in the air, quicker, slightly better shot stopping and distribution. Kicking's a little bit better, handling's a little bit better for Barker. Teamwork's a tiny bit better, leadership's ever slightly better, but Hlusek's decision making, determination, and concentration are better. Anticipation's marginally better for Barker, and he's a little bit quicker, but he loses jumping reach and balance. Barker's 2-footed, willing to join the club with certain long-term expectations. So again, there's not much between either of them, is there really? Is Barker going to have the UK tax on him, though, in terms of his value? 20 million quid is not a lot of money. Volatile? Media friendly? Are they good traits? Bad traits? Needs to play regular football. Okay. It's an interesting one then. What do we reckon? Out of those three goalkeepers, including the one that we've already got, what are we thinking? Have we got our number one shot stopper between any of those, do you reckon? Or do you think we keep looking? £20 million is not a lot of money. Am I right there, stream? Tony Jameson. Yeah, there is that. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm being dazzled. Maybe I'm still a little bit confused. We're a bit late and I'm just like, hey, what's all this money? Let's throw it around. This would be great. We do have to look as well for another halfback, I think. The DM would be quite decent. And I like this guy. I like this lad, Angel, who we looked at yesterday. But volatile temperament is a concern for me. Short-tempered and confrontational. Is that a good thing? Do we want that? His teamwork's not very good either, to be honest. But he played all right last year. Stelthorpe's welcome in. He's coming from Paris Saint-Germain. He was at Man U. And of course he went to Blackburn. So he hasn't really hit the heights yet. He's only 23 and he seems to have been at a lot of clubs. And for a reasonable amount of time as well. So that's that interesting thing in it, being like, is it a good idea to go for this lad or not? Is he a troublemaker? Don't know, maybe. Right, Nagakura's kicking off now. £32 million works. Good. Because I was going to ask for 40. So. reject those 2 offers because they're coming in pretty short. Missed last night's stream. If you look through the released players in the Premier League, yes, we did that last night. Yeah, there wasn't many, to be honest. We've brought a couple of players in on trial, but even then, I'm not particularly bothered about them. I don't think they're quite good enough for us. This fella looks reasonable enough, though, Luis Pereira. But just reasonable, you know what I mean? Like, not much better than what we've already got, to be honest. 2.5 star. 25 years old. Will Davies is... Again. He's all right. He's just fine. Ben Wardle. Probably not good enough, to be honest. Gareth Breeze, remember we looked at him a while ago? Striker. Determination 20. Again, he's here, but he's 24 now. And then Paterno from Inter, finishing of 16, but again, they're not really jumping out at me. And these are the free players. These are the free players, so I don't want to just be like, yeah, they'll definitely be the right guys. Who's this lad? Mohamed Issa. I like Breeze. Think he'd be a superb backup striker. Yeah, maybe, but then I guess the question that we've got is like, you know, are we looking to bring in the backups, or are we looking to get those first teamers locked down now and go from there? You know, that's what we've got to wonder. We've got 20 days. We might actually get to a friendly, possibly by the end of the weekend. No, maybe not tonight. Obviously, there's no chance we're going to get 20 days worth of Football Manager in tonight. Don't be so silly. But I'm going to mark down, we still need a goalkeeper. We still need a right back. We would like a DM. We still need a forward. Still quite a lot. Schedule a friendly for earlier. Oh, I mean, do you want us to see matches year on? Really? Oof, I mean, this is out there, right? This is really, really out there. Team expectations, top half of the championship. That's what they're hoping for here. Pleased to see you in charge, says Nakagura. The man who wants to leave, apparently, is pleased to see us. Hope the reign is long and successful. Yes. That's exactly what we want. Top half of the table. That's a target we can all get behind. Excellent. Give ourselves a good run in the cup. Everyone seems happy. Everyone's delighted. Andrew Strachan, not one for us. Watching matches on a Football Manager stream. What is this nonsense? Exactly, yeah. Oof, someone's feeling giddy. Didier Manga is a player that we've looked at for a DM role. He looks pretty strong to me. Good agility, good bravery, anticipation's good. Jumping reach of 17, positioning, work rate, tackling, marking. New Roy Hodgson incoming. I mean, hey, I would love to be the new Roy Hodgson. What about this guy, Jan Leandri? He's wanted by a hatful of clubs: Lazio, Marseille, Betis, Almeria, Villarreal. £9 million. It's bargain. It's nothing to us. 20th in the Bundesliga in terms of dribbles. 28th for dribbles made. Pressures completed. Pressures attempted. I mean, he's attempting a lot. 46th in the league for high intensity sprints. So he's an option, right? And there's also another interesting player in the on the shortlists. Actually, where is it? The recruitment, maybe recruitment focus. This guy, Alberto Scotta. Lazio are interested. 4.3 mil. Again at Augsburg. 15 goals in 36 last season. 19 in 37 the season before. Obviously Augsburg have been relegated. What do you think? 26? Is that work rate enough? Fiorentina want him. Lazio want him. Wolves want him. Stuttgart. Udinese. Villarreal. I mean, he's probably not coming to us if Fiorentina want him, but is he a player to look at? Would he get us goals, maybe? Formerly of Milan. What's his agent saying? 4.3 million. They want 130 grand a week. Ooh, maybe. I mean, he's asking for far too much. He wants a better idea how he can become a key player in the squad. And it's particularly interesting signs. They've made that absolutely clear. 130 grand is not happening. Because that acceleration, let's be honest, no matter how good his finishing is, and his composure is very good as well, that acceleration means he's going to need at least another striker up front with him. His work rate's not particularly brilliant, so he's going to be a poacher, isn't he? Five penalties last year. All right, so 5 penalties, 15 goals. So he's scored 10 from open play. I guess once you start looking behind the stats, doesn't jump out as much, does it? Angelo Denza, Chilean. I'm getting Recoba vibes from him. 15 finishing, composure only 10 though, acceleration 15. The interesting thing I'm finding now is that we are going to end up just looking at a whole bunch of like random players that we've not seen at all, because we're like, oh, they're new, because of course we've never been looking at top half of the league players, and that's where I need to make a decision here. Because this guy, for example, as well, we looked at him last night, and he's interesting. So he's played in the Championship. He's 28, right? So let's of course take that as part for the course here. 28 years old, wanted by Nantes now, but potentially a forward with finishing of 16, off the balls of 14, composure of 13. Maybe a winger, dribbling and crossing aren't great, but he gets goals. 46 games, 16 goals, 2 of those were penalties, so 14 goals, right? Season before, 40 games played, 14 goals. Season before that, 33 games, 9 goals. Like, he kind of knows where the goal is, but he's not. Like, he's not a sort of a long-term player. Second in the league last year for shots on target. Second for non-penalty XG. Second for expected goals, 18.52. Top of the Championship last season for shots taken. Loses headers, though. Ability to strike the ball sweetly makes him a good finisher. Consistent performer. Relishes the big matches. 11th in the league for shots per 90 minutes. 14th in the league for goals. 22nd for distance covered. Shots on target percentage, 38th. Like, is he? Could be retrained as an attacking midfielder. Is he worth a punt? It would weaken another team in the league. I mean, if none to want him, he can't be that bad, surely. Like, teamwork, I'm guessing, is a concern. Passing is a concern, so I don't think we could really turn him into a midfielder, central midfielder. But could he play as a wide player? Could he play up top as a second striker? Is he more likely to come off the bench and score than Scotter? Because he's not going to cost us 120 grand a week wages either, is he? He's slightly interested. 22 to 33. Okay. That's better than 100 and odd. Now, the Arsenal. I know you've already joked in Discord. I know you've joked. But look at that. The European Championships, he scored a hat-trick. 17 goals last season in the league. 19 and 30 for Wardy. Superb. Third in the league for shots per 90 minutes last season. 8th in the league for shots on target. 10th for expected goals. 9th overall, though, in terms of goal scoring. Doesn't like the big matches. Ain't that the truth? Isn't that the truth? Wardy is the anti-hero we need. I mean, imagine the narrative if Wardy comes in, though, and we get rid of Nakagura. That's not the strong shooting I remember. His finishing is very good. His composure is very good. His off the ball is still decent. Just, I don't think we can. But it's interesting that even our scouts here are going, well, how about Wardy? Like, surely he's someone that needs to be on the radar. There's a lot, as we know, there's a lot to like about Wardy. 22 offsides, that was worrying. 672nd expected goals underperformance. On paper, he's great. That basically sums him up. You're right. On paper, he's great. But football, as we know, is played on grass. Are you going one striker or two? Well, at the minute, you're on. We've got the yuck. But this is for pre-season. James, we're using the Tato skin at the minute. We're using one striker at the minute. We could turn it into a 3 quite easily. We could maybe even do that, possibly. There's options. Caleb can sort of do whatever he wants to do. He can either be an attacking midfielder, a shallow striker if needs be. Nakagura we're going to have as an inside forward, I think. Advanced playmaker? No, inside forward, I think. What's it? Inverted winger. Gumbao. No, inside forward there, I think. He can be. Gumbao can be the winger on support, that's right. But also, look at this. Mambenda. He could be the guy. He's wanted by Roma now. He's clearly improved. Right, now Mambenda comes back and he's the one. He's the one. It's like, right, let's get it done. Iredale, still an option on him, but I don't think he's what Palace need. He's what Huddersfield needed, but I don't think he's what Palace needs. Although he's only 25 still. Danny Myers, I'm still not convinced on. I mean, he's got good jumping reach, granted. But maybe. Balanta can leave the line. Nakagura and Caleb want to leave still. They do, yeah. That's the problem you're on. So I'm trying to convince them to stay for now and be like, hey, let's at least have a try it again. Let's see what happens. I just need to convince them. They need some games, and then he needs to start scoring. They need to start scoring a few goals between themselves. Then they can all be like, you know what? Yeah, I quite fancy staying. Actually, this sounds good. That's what I'm hoping for. Essentially, what I'm suggesting is I hope I can trick them into staying, because without that, we're stuffed. Sundergaard. Jumping reach 6. No good. Inge Ulison. I mean, he can play it all across the middle, but not good enough, sadly. Marius Apostel. There is also some potential news about Owen O'Brien, I think. Right. Do we pay £14 million in loan fees for Owen O'Brien? Remember him? Remember Owen O'Brien? £900 a month. 900 grand a month, sorry. For playing and not playing. He won't sign permanently. That's a concern we've got right now. He doesn't want to sign now. He's wanted by Sheffield United, so that's like he's Premiership quality now. He's also Premiership quality going forward. He would partner Parsons really, really nicely. Even Race, how are you, buddy? Do we care if we want to stay a season? This is the thing, Zeke. This is the thing. I don't particularly want to pay. I don't particularly want to pay loan fees, but I think O'Brien's a cracking player. Obviously, he was with us at Linfield. Thing is, we managed to get a deal. I tell you what, let's try and talk about him in the press. See if he's £500,000. That's what we tried. We tried that. I think we tried 5, didn't we, last time? See what we can get up, but I think the fact that we're in the Championship means we might struggle for him. And what we thinking? What we thinking about goalkeepers then? Owen O'Brien. I'm not interested in joining Crystal Palace. It would need to be a very, very good offer for me to tempt them. So that's not it saying that it's off the table. Like, you know. Jamie Taylor, jumping reach of 19. 24 years old, 6'4". Right back. Good crossing. Marking's decent. Tackling's good. Positioning's very good. Concentration, acceleration, anticipation. Have we found our right back? Do we think? What do we think? Most interceptions, most key headers. You prefer Taylor as a centre-back? Well, he gives us a bit of versatility. 5th for headers won, 8th for interceptions per 90. Can be slightly wayward with his passing. Lost possession 644 times, gave away 47 fouls. Level-headed. Oh, he loves Sean Dyche. Right. $14 million. That seems reasonable, doesn't it? Okay, let's go back to these goalkeepers, shall we? Who are we thinking? Are we thinking? We can't get Gugek because he's far too expensive. 45 mil. Are we thinking Hluzek? Do you reckon he'll be good enough? Or do you reckon we go for Barker, the lad from Man City? Basically, the next Peter Cech or the next Man City goalkeeper. 20 years old, Welsh, presumably international, I'm guessing. Volatile is worrying. Luzek. Let's go for it. We've already missed out on one goal. We've already missed out on Michael Cook, who we hoped was going to be a good signing. We then couldn't get Matt Brown from Norwich. They were like, nah, we're not selling him either. So, fair enough. Nigel Grimes could be very, very good. Ayrton Pettifer. What a name that is. Any centre-backs listed for loan? It's that lad at Newcastle, Ward, who we could probably sign, to be honest, for 1.3 mil. 6'6", jumping reach of 17, positioning of 12, tackling of 15, marking of 13, teamwork and work rate, bravery, anticipation maybe a little bit low, but he seems okay. But we're in a position where we can afford to go better than okay, you know. Ricardo Prieto, I think, was at Palace last year, so we're not going to be able to get him again, are we? Even though, I mean, I suppose we could try and sign him. 22 years old, 6'2". Centre back, midfielder, left back. Let's try to work out where he's best at. A few injuries last year as well, actually. Hamstring, ankle, face, hip, knee. Peter, you can loan in for free. No, they're not having it. They're not having it. Ask for a loan. Feel we're testing a different environment. So even though we've got an affiliation with the club, they're still being a bit stingy on the loans, which is quite weird, isn't it? Podrick Hamilton. You'd think they'd be a little bit more amenable to it and be like, actually, you know what? Yeah, go on then. Right, we've got this deal. Fine, away you go. But, and obviously they've changed the loan system up a little bit on FM23, so you can't just like constantly loan the same players back and forth, which I guess makes sense because you can't do that in real life. So it is obviously slightly more realistic, but can be a tiny bit frustrating. See who they're recommending to sign. 35-year-old. Another Blackburn player. Max Dyson. Wanted by Sheffield United again. I guess I've kind of got to look at that. If Sheffield United want them, then it's like obviously they've just got promoted to the Premiership, so I've got to think of that and go, right, fair enough. This guy might be half decent then. Eduardo, ball playing centre back from Man City, Brazilian, 18-year-old, 6'1". Sign me up. Neven Jancic. Obviously, he's coming in from Tottenham, so let's have a little look at him because we'd obviously get him for free. And Marco Eshesh. (18), 6'3". Players. These are players for loan, of course. Paulo Eduardo from Celtic. 4.6 mil for a... reasonable. Ronaldo Brewster, we don't like the look of. We've already been trying to link with him before. Ibrahima Diallo. Wanted by 18 clubs. Everyone, basically. Not scored any goals, has he, this fella? Sam Brock, 6'4", 26. Plays for Borough. Jumping reach 17. Finishing 15. Concentration. Aggression's very high. Very high. Let's keep you on the shortlist for now. Another Blackburn player. Dribbling first touch. Flair off the ball. Teamwork's not very good. Finishing bravery. Teamwork. Acceleration. Pace. Jumping reach is nothing. Angelos Antoniades. $19 million. He hasn't scored 19 goals in 135. Doesn't enjoy big games. Doesn't complete passes. Doesn't win. Doesn't sprint. Nah, get him out. Not interested. Still offering me old goalkeepers and unknown Brazilian goalkeepers. Fair enough. Manga isn't interested. Believes that playing in the Premiership, the Championship, isn't a good move for him. All right, fair enough. Didier Manga, whatever. Go and play for Seville if that's what you want. All right. Right, Jancic is a wonder kid. The next Dario Simic. Do we just get him in? If he's at Tottenham, we might as well just try and get him. Let's scout the players just in case, though, and find out what they're up to. I mean, it's taken us till 2035, but we might get a wonder kid in, chat. Who'd have thought? And at the start of their career as well, not like at the end of their career when their careers is over. And we'll be like, oh, look at this, we're gonna get a wonder kid. I know this is actually at wonder kid age. Bannick Ostrava want more time for Kluzek. Blackburn want a little bit more time for Jake Taylor as well. Scotter, Wolves, Stuttgart, Villarreal. Let's put him for him, right? I'm not keen on this 120 grand. But then I guess if there's going to be teams in the Premiership that are going in from them, he's not going to come here anyway, is it? Is he? So it's not going to be a massive concern for us. Scotter is interested in negotiating. He wants 100. If this is serious and that's what he wants, then I think we just laugh him out of the building, don't we? Nah, walk away. No chance. No chance. He's asking for the world, is what he wants. Get me Paul Ward on the phone. That's the sort of player that I like. Wardy wouldn't ask for that kind of money, would he? Scott Jones at Brentford. We looked at him at Huddersfield. Don't think he's quite good enough for Palace though. Which one? This weekend here? Who do you want to see us against? Who do you want to have a look at then? Just anyone local in it, really, essentially, I guess. Here's Biggleswade. Let's get some players out. Have a little run around. They want that 900 grand, don't they? I'm going to withdraw for now. Right. Okay. Well, Brian, I'm going to put a question mark on as well. And McBride. Because he could be an option, this lad, you know. I don't think his one season is an outlying season. I think he's actually decent. He isn't a one-season wonder because he's scored goals the last 3 seasons in the Championship. But priority has to be given to a goalkeeper and a right back first. Josh Griffiths has turned the move down. He doesn't want to go to Derby. I mean, I tell you now, Griffiths, you're not going to be first choice at you're not going to be first choice here. Luzek just wants to be a backup keeper. I'll get him in. No, he's not going back. Get him straight in. Tom Howcroft could be an option. Adam Lewis, centre back at Blackburn. Well, we looked at this guy. He plays everywhere, doesn't he? Like, so he's not bad. 16 for acceleration, jumping reach is 11, which isn't great. Determination and leadership are very, very good. Marking's only 12, tackling's 14. Runs the ball down the right, apparently. He can play right back as well if needs be. Anticipation 15, dribbling of only 9 though. I feel like once again, we go back to Blackburn. It's from Southwark as well, which I think is... Oh, Chelsea fan, apparently. Jumping isn't great for a centre-back. It's not. It's not great for a centre-back. Jamie Taylor, slightly interested. Minimum fee, 18 mil. Let's nudge that up a bit. In fact, you know what? Will you take 20? 20's not bad. His jumping reach isn't bad for a centre back, but if I move him out to the right, I can move Taylor into the centre, and then he becomes the big guy, doesn't he? Plus, of course, there's that lad from Tottenham, Caleb, £24 million. Despite Porter's bid, my preference would be Wolves. Okay, so we don't necessarily have to sell him then. Bell. Jumper reach is only 12. Bravery 17. Anticipation. Head in. He's not bad. Is this lad a backup? What level of aggression do we think is good for a centre-back? Good question, Bernie. I mean, I like anything about a 13, maybe. I like players who go in. But not too hard, though. Because obviously the... yeah, right, okay, let's get Tottenham in then, right. The thing is, the two lads we want to look at are currently playing within, are currently playing in the Euros, aren't they? That's the problem. So, we can have a look. Brings us some much needed money in. Yeah. Still no sign of a goalkeeper coming in yet. Luzek is... I'm interested he's happy being back up. You know, he needs to believe in himself a little bit more. Unless, of course, he's like just going, look, you know, give me a year, let me settle in, then I'll be like, right, now I'll be your number one. QPR want Jamie Taylor. Oh, okay. So we might lose him now. Which means that Lewis is potentially back on the cards. Or does it mean that maybe O'Brien's back on the cards? Preto still available for loan. Scott and Dilu. Angelo Denza, they're saying is good. Leading championship though. Fernandez. Mehdi Moomin. Only Barcelona. Let's have a look. Dale Crawford. Gandolfi. Centre back. Should be decent. Comes in Powell. 6'2" Romanian striker. 16 for acceleration. 16 for finishing. Off the ball 16. Flair 17. Composure 15. Tottenham lad. Thomas Colungian. Good potential. Rodrigo. Maher Fekir. Again, just another average goalkeeper. We have too many just average goalkeepers. That's our problem. Harold Rosero, instinctive goalkeeper. 5'10". You can't be that instinctive at 5'10", surely. Doesn't enjoy big matches. Luzek, he's the guy. Aipo, yeah, absolutely. What's got to work with his instinct at that height? Yeah, fair point. Armin's joined Frankfurt. Fine. Okay, let's have a little look and see what this team looks like and how it's going to work. against these against Tottenham, who are probably going to run us ragged, to be honest. Ruhalt, 20 years old. Is he one of our exciting players? He is. We're not going to sell him, that's for certain. Could let him go on loan, though. I think he needs some football, doesn't he? Regular starter. A Carlisle. What's their facilities like? Guessing poor. Training's 8. It's not too bad. Let's hold it for now. See if we can get him slightly better. So I think if we can sort of like protect him and you know, this is the thing. We're in a situation now where we have players that we'd like to look after and grow and make better, rather than just go, yeah, go on, get them out there. Like, if they come back injured, so what? Like, we now actually have to kind of be like, yeah, it'd be nice if you don't go and injure yourself. Samuel's still upset. Let's put him on there. Let's have a look at Breeze. Let's have a look at any of these, really. Pereira. I suppose put a Campo on there. We need a player in, actually, at right back. Let's put Mendes in for now, even though he's not going to be the guy. Right, high line, high press. Evening, Gavin Brash. How are you, pal? Welcome in. Has much of the money gone already? Mate, we spent, out of our £42,000 transfer budget, £42 million transfer budget, we spent 600 grand on a goalkeeper. So, yeah, almost all gone. Now, I have got horrible gegenpress, horrible pass into space, horrible 4-2-3-1. Let's see what it looks like. Okay, we've got friendly against Tottenham. We might have to tweak the formation because I just don't like it. It might be how we have to play, but I prefer it if it was different. So we're up against our new affiliate club, by the way, Tottenham Hotspur. We'll see if the I don't think they're going to be playing the young Croatian wonder kid that we want to have a look at. In fact, I can see they're not. The TJ way, frugal is king. Exactly. You know, Selhurst Park needs knocking down and rebuilding. If we can put that money into a new stadium that I'm not going to enjoy when I've left, then that's the way to do it. Well, it's how great ball through. There's Caleb. Pull back. It's never going in. But Tottenham are on the rocks. Even Thomas, how are you, buddy? Welcome in. Z from Simultaneously trying to rebuild my squad, need at least 10 players and search for a new job. Board takeover is in the process as well. A quiet pre-season. Yeah, that's what you want, isn't it? Whereabouts are you at the minute, Z? Have you moved on from last night, or how did you 70 good? I couldn't make it down. Yeah, it was great, man. It was really, really good. Like, it was interesting to sort of be invited into that space. And yeah, I think that we've definitely learned some stuff from it. There's some things that we know we can do well, and some things that we know we can maybe sort of like push up and make a bit better. So yeah, it's good. It's very good. Just we've got the show downloaded, we've got the show recorded, so that's great. Jebru's sent over, which is lovely. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see sort of like what happens with it. British Brits challenge, get every club who needs a new stadium, who needs players. Really good ideas, that. Just finished the season at Pontypridd, come to mid-table. I mean, I guess that's the thing, though. If you're Pontypridd and there is that takeover uncertainty, like, what do you do? Are you semi-pro at this point, or are you fully pro? I'm guessing maybe semi. Excited for Cambridge versus Peterborough tomorrow with the big derby. That is a big game. They are semi-pro still. So yeah, so it is going to be a rebuild regardless, isn't it? So those players are going to have no contract at all, I'm guessing. Evening, the United City. Old Purple Beard himself is in the chat. How are we, Kev? Hope you're well. If for some reason, chat, you're not following the United City FM, and I don't know why that would be, but if you're not, do yourself a favour. Go and stick a follow on the man. He's one of life's good guys, and you know what? We'll also shout out Football Manager Therapy for him as well, which is out every single Tuesday. But yeah, hope you're good, man. I've seen the purple beard; it looks fantastic. Like, are you considering keeping it, or is this just literally for the charity stream and that's it? Because right, let me know if you need to refresh your streams, everybody, because I wonder whether OBS crashed. If you've refreshed, you should be fine. I got a little message going like reconnecting. I'm like, hang on, you've not done that for a while. So OBS may have played silly buggers for some people. So if you wonder what's happening, do a refresh and you'll pull straight back through. You've not missed anything yet in the game. You have now though. Now there's a goal. Mini Trafford's just scored. I think the high defensive line doesn't quite suit us at this point. But remember, this is only pre-season, so we can invite pressure all we want. Like that, for example. Maybe we have to go high. Tottenham are expected to beat us, so it's okay. Must have been my cat. She went out of the room literally a few seconds and went down. I've had fun spending millions. I was just saying, Kev, just before you turned up, I've spent 600 grand, so loving it. Bought a goalkeeper and I bought a free transfer Brazilian defender, so very much in my comfort zone. Money is not my friend. If it's in real life, I'd spend it all on trainers, but on Football Manager, I'm looking around going, I don't know what to do. Great running play through by Robert Smith. In the centre half, we're going to rename as the Cure. Living the high life, mate. There's no other life to live, is there, Kev? You know that. I know that. Smith just dawdling a little bit on the ball. What we're thinking about the formation, and I know there's only so much you can read into the first half against a team like Tottenham, but does it suit the players we've got? Are we making the right attacking moves? Caleb's having a pretty decent game, mind, and causing a few issues. Oh, things inside the bar. Those pedal dive fumes that made me high. I mean, there's that as well, Kev. There is that as well. Get the ball back out. Close them down, boys. Come on. Well intercepted. Great ball at the top. Can't quite get there though. Spurs defence sits strong. How much did you raise in your section, by the way, Kev? Yeah, that's a good question. Was it a couple $100? Because they're on like a few grand now, aren't they, for the charity stream? Great ball through. Good bow off the bar. Brilliant save. 10 shots, 2 on target, 67% possession. That's pretty handy, you know. I'll stick Z on. Stick him on there. We'll make him a right back if we can. Balanta's not really getting much in a minute. Up top. Agakura. the foul apparently. I thought it looked like a dive. Wonder whether they moved Nagakura up front. Bring man Bender on the right side maybe, or Samuel. Jabbers just won the league by 18 points with Roma, finished on 98 points, struggling to attract a new director of football. You don't need a director of football if you've done that, surely. Sounds like whoever's been doing the transfers up to that point is doing a decent job. Good save by Hall. Aiming for 150 by 3 hours, but everyone went nuts and did over 200 in the first 30 minutes. This is the problem with the football manager community, Ken, and particularly in engaged communities like ours. And I think you said it out on, I don't know if it was on a podcast or you said it on a stream or what, but we know that you can put redemption points and sort of, sort of totals, they're all a little bit too low because everyone gets far too involved and far too excited, and we end up having to do things like looking at starting football clubs and dyeing our beards purple, and you try and make it be like, oh come on, yeah, no one's going to bid that sort of money, and then within seconds it's been done and you're like, oh okay, great, that was fun while it lasted. Nagakura gets the second goal. Well played. Trotino was the guy who can't clear it. Puts the ball back in. Caleb with a decent effort. Keeper needs to do better, but Nagakura finishes it. Following up. Let's see what he looks like up front, actually. See whether that changes anything. Ball through, passes, intercepts. I know this is a friendly, but have we got half decent players? Antonson's maybe not giving us a great deal. I think the lack of right back could be noticeable in the league. Caleb, good ball down the side. Caleb's playing very well, actually, getting really involved. Samuel should have done a little bit better. Current total is 3,913. That's ridiculous. Wow, Caleb with a header. I would like to think against Biggleswade we'd score at least 9. We put the first team out just to get them used to playing each other. As a long-time FM player, you should know not to get your hopes up in pre-season. There is that. To be fair, I barely get my hopes up during the season. I think he's offside. Nagakura, great save by Rodriguez there. Worst nightmare is having a perfect pre-season. I know, it's dreadful, isn't it? Because you know that's the issue. We've got a friend against Biggleswade. We have, yeah. I thought I'd put that in rather than a friendly against like sort of a big team. Now I'm regretting it. Now we play against Tottenham. Actually, we're looking right against Tottenham. Let's bring Caleb off actually now. Looking for Smarter. Top can come on for Jones. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's Biggleswade in Bedfordshire or not. It's post. Like on the watch. That's Rafa Benitez, my director of football. Nice. See what he says. Gets away, another towel gets away. Coutinho brings it down. I mean, 2-2. We'll take 2-2. Even in pre-season, we'll take 2-2. That's two Biggleswade United in town. All right, okay. That's the thing. I don't want to get the supporters angry, do I? By just going, oh, just Biggleswade. Great save by Hall again. I can see, you know what? He was very busy last season. I can see that. He keeps himself nice and agile. Totally don't start getting ideas going, oh, Crystal Palace is going to be fine. Don't think that. Oh, you know, it'll be good. I've got a goalkeeper. I'll bring this, you know, Peter Cech wannabe in as well. Yeah, we started pre-season. We drew with Tottenham. You know, Vision United. Their chairman is well known as some very famous players' picture with their shirt. I mean, I presume that that it's not those players anymore. It just says Biggleswade. So make of that what you will. Make of that what you will. After winning the league 2 times in 3 years and winning all domestic trophies at least once, the board surprised me with a £5 million budget. I mean, that does sound like a surprise, to be honest. Adam Gibson, did we get him in on trial? Oh, he didn't want to come, did he? Green is Town United playing Barcelona colours. Well, there you go. They obviously think a lot of themselves. Twamasi. He was on loan at Oxford, and he looked pretty decent. He's maybe one for the future. He's maybe not one for now. Right, somebody give us some good news about transfers, please. That's what I'd like. I also hate the fact we have to keep, like I say this all the time, I hate the fact we have to keep going and reloading up the data hub. Still got McBride on my my list of possibles. There you go, Jancic. Potential, he's a wonder kid. 57 million quid. Tackling, 16 to 20. Work rate, not brilliant. But vision, positioning, marking, tackling, heading, decision making, anticipation. Jumping reach isn't brilliant. He's 5'11". He's the next Dario Simic. No transfer fee at all. No wages. Let's get him in. Get the Brazilian wonder kid as a last resort. It's a big Roy bargain. I mean, gotta keep that cash, you know what I mean? For like, just for the off chance that it's like, maybe we should just throw some like huge money at something. Evening, Dale, how are you, buddy? Welcome in, my man. How are you? If, of course, we've said this a lot, for people that we like, we make a big deal. If you've not followed Dill 40k, by the way, go and follow Dill 40k. We raided into him last night. He's super chill, super cool. You're gonna love him. If he's the sort of, you know what I mean? Like, if you like around here, you're going to like a bit of Dill, right? How far apart are Tottenham and Palace? Not too far, to be honest. They're pretty close, aren't they? Man United want to sign Parsons. He wants to go. But I don't think that's enough. I think to go to 19 mil, £9 million up front. Does he want to go anywhere? No, he only wants to go because it's Man U. What do we reckon? Ian and George, how are you, buddy? Welcome in. I think 17 mil's low balling. Too long didn't read. £42 million transfer budget. We've spent 600 grand. We're trying to bring in a goalkeeper who's been labelled the next Peter Cech. We've just drawn with Tottenham in a friendly, and now Manchester United want to try and sign one of our centre halves, and he's obviously very keen to do so. But I don't really want to do it, so I'm gonna do it as a non-negotiable as well. I'm risking angering him. We tried to buy this guy, Alberto Scotta, but he wanted 120 grand a week, so maybe not for us. We have tried to bring some players in, though. We got some players that we're trying to work on. So this is the goalkeeper, Hlusek. So he's currently playing out at Banik Ostrava, wanted by Villa, £4.5 million, 21 years old. Scout reports already got him. There's like, yes, he could be very, very good. And then you look at the information, could be the next Petr Cech. So it's like, okay, mercenary, is that a good thing? We'll find out. But he wants to be a backup player, so that's actually pretty decent. Jamie Taylor, we've given a contract to, but now QPR want him. 6'4", right back or centre back. Jumping reach of 19, acceleration of 15, marking of 12 is okay. Positioning's 15, tackling's 13, anticipation 14, leadership 15. He could be a strong signing if we bring him in. If we don't get him, there's also Adam Lewis at Blackburn as well, who I guess if we let Parsons go, Lewis can come in. We'll see. It's not ideal. We still want O'Brien. O'Brien won't sign full time, but we could get him in on loan, but it's going to cost us 900 grand per month for playing and not playing. Now we've got this lad, Neven Jancic, coming from Tottenham, because we've got that link up, so he's costing us absolutely zip. We don't have to pay a single penny for him. He's the next Dario Simic by all accounts. So a wonder kid, an actual wonder kid. Not at the end of their career, a proper one. And then there's a player that I'm interested in. And it's this lad, Callum McBride. Okay, 28 years old, which could be, a bit high, but last season, 16 goals in the league, 2 penalties, 14 the season before, 16 in total. Last season's breakdown of stats in the league, in the Championship, second in the league for shots on target, second for expected goals, top for most shots taken. He lost 455 headers, however. Relishes big matches, 11th for shots per 90 minute, 14th for goals, 22nd for distance covered. He gets in and about, and he does a lot. A lot of good stuff here. I certainly don't think he can be a central midfielder, because I don't think his passing's good enough personally. His passing's 7 and his teamwork's not very good. But as a winger or as an impact sub, maybe an option, possibly. I mean, he's played at Rochdale, Sheffield Wednesday, Strasbourg, and Burton. So what a career! What a career! Hassan Miari, Nicholas Bacola. I like that. Just random Arsenal player. Enthusiastic fullback. £63 million. Can't jump, but tackling of 15, teamwork of 16, determination of 15, crossing of 12, passing of 13, and work rate of 15. Would you say he's fine as a fullback? Do you reckon? I'd like a little bit more pace if I'm being really picky. If I'm being really, really picky, I'd like a little bit more pace. Carlos Herrera. Similar to Bukayo Saka and Paulo Eduardo. I'm having a mooch around save on Wednesday. What's the positions you want them filmed? We've got, so we want a goalkeeper, a right back, a defensive midfielder, and a forward that is not Paul Ward. Because I am tempted to go back to look at Paul Ward. Because he fits everything we need. Just need him to score goals. That's the thing. Or to not score goals and then we don't have to worry about him. So Hlušek looks like it might happen. And Jancic as well. With these players around, he could be a beast. Don't say that, Barton. Don't. Because I agree. I absolutely agree. I think just sign the good players. Yeah, you're right. She is a forward at Red Star Belgrade. There must be. Jesse Easton Collins, let's get rid of him. Leipzig wants Sam Jones. No, he's staying as well. United are withdrawing their bid for Parsons. Good. Back down, United. Benfica and Ajax now coming in. No, reject. Thank you. What we're responding with our bid for Caleb. £24 million for Caleb. Wants to leave. He played well against Spurs. What positions do we want for next season? What position are you wanting to finish in the season? I would like to finish, Kev. They're saying top half, right? I think if we can challenge for the playoffs, then I'd be very, very happy. I don't want to say too much about, like, yes, we'll be up there or thereabouts, but I think if we can get in and around the playoffs, I think that should keep us in our job. That's the important thing. And at that point, we obviously need to work out what happens next. Hlušek is in. There you go. We've spent some money. £4 million on a goalkeeper. What roles do you prefer in the midfield in a 4-3-3? I like, if I'm doing a 4-3-3, this is what I'll show you. Because we've got an option here for something like that. Okay. And I like a 4-3-3 with this formation, right? This works quite decent. So I like a DM, a DLP, and a central midfielder. But I like my central midfielder on attack here. And this can either be a DM or a ball-winning midfielder on defend. Winger on attack. Trequartista. And then that's what I think could look quite nice. Central midfielder, centre midfielder, centre midfielder. Get all three in there. I think that looks pretty decent. For me personally, I've used it with Sunderland and it works pretty nicely with Sunderland. Whether that's the right system or not, I don't know. But, you know, that's what I've got. I quite like it. Let's clear that for now. I think I like Gumbo and support. His finishing is poor. It is. His finishing is 6. His dribbling is 16. His acceleration is 16. So we want him to be the guy who's going to be creating. He does cut inside as well, I believe. So looks for the pass rather than attempting to score. So we'll put him on shoots less. Caleb's the shadow striker, so he's running all over the place and being a bit silly. Nagakura, we had him out as an inside forward, but Tala did nothing really against Tottenham. Difficult to judge on whether that's just how good he is or whether that's what he's like. We've got Vismara here, who can sort of play out wide. Or, of course, we've got Mambenda. So there is some players that we might want to have a little look at. Huddersfield Town tactics. I mean, the Huddersfield Town tactic could work as well because it's pretty much it. You know, it's Mr. Meta himself. NG, hello NG, how are you, buddy? Like, you know, we could change it up a little bit. AS Monaco 2, a player called Z. This guy, you mean Mickey? Yeah, we brought him in. Free transfer, we've got him in. He says he's a left back, but I'm training him to be a right back because we haven't really got cover, to be honest, there. So he's come in. We've signed Ben Hall from Sunderland as well, so don't go looking for a goalkeeper from Sunderland. We've signed him. But look at this. Hluzek, there's his potential. 4-star player they're reckoning. So let's have a little nosy at him, see what it looks like. I'm going full strength against Biggleswade because that's what I think they need. Disappointed, no Segundo. What, in the current... Oh, he's gone to QPR, you bugger. Oh, dear. 30 grand, that's pretty wide. Jancic has come in. Right, let's go and sign that other lad from Blackburn then. Lewis. Can he play right back? He can, can't he? Runs down the ball with the right. 17 for leadership, 17 for determination, anticipation, bravery, acceleration. Can't run across, but let's go in for him. Segundo and anchor is lovely. Oh, yeah, I love that. Don't worry. But so that's that one. I use it with a halfback though. Halfback, and I have my Segundo that way. That's how I play it. Don't half-ass the meta. So that's how I'd play if I went back to the Oxford tactic. But I think let's do 4-2-3-1 or maybe 4-3-3 this season. We'll do that and see where we go. Main tactic is going to be this, I reckon: 4-2-3-1 or 4-3-3. I think so. I need another DM, and I need another striker. I need a striker desperately. Because I think we might end up losing somebody. Or it would just be nice to have another option. Any unexpected powerhouses of football in your save? I've got no idea, to be honest. Jabbers, this is the highest we've been. We've got to the championship, and it's just like we've got a bit of a nosebleed going on right now. Use the Oxford stripe a bit more, but move the wingers to the aim. Yeah. Oh, you mean have them there essentially? So yeah, so you got the same back four setup. Do you have any age promises on signings? Sign players in the age of 23. Sign players for the under 20. Don't sign players over 30, essentially. So. Banbridge powerhouse, DJ Pedro incoming. Just limit the contract length, so I find an old warhorse won't be out of the question. No, I think in the championship, I think you're allowed to bring a couple of warhorses in. You know, I think you can do that because sometimes you need to, right? Sometimes you need just a bit of experience to get through. I think we might struggle with O'Brien unless we pay the money on the loan. He's a hell of a player, but is Jancic going to be better? Are we better off sticking a wonder kid in? Time for the Veghorse, the warhorse. Forgot O'Brien. You've got the free wonder kid. That's what I'm wondering, Yaron. Is that the right way to do it now? And we could go for Lewis as well, who can play fullback. We can play everywhere, really. Get Lewis while we can. We could get this guy as well, Bacola from Arsenal. He looks like he might be half decent. Jumping reach obviously is not great, but work rate, teamwork, tackling determination, stamina. He's got what we need. How much is he going to be on loan? 11 grand? What to look for in each position? Well, to be fair, I kind of have like an overall that I look for as part of like my team DNA, really. So I always look for, as I just said that, I always look for work rate, teamwork, determination, and stamina, because I figure that I want my players to sort of like run through brick walls, essentially. If I'm looking for a defender, for example, centre back, I want jumping reach, I want positioning, I want anticipation. If I'm looking for a fullback, I want dribbling, I want crossing. If I'm looking for a winger, again the same sort of thing. I'm looking for off the ball. I'm looking for a bit of flair, maybe. What's the first team weekly wage looking like? It is looking 58 grand is our top earner. With 3 players, 4, 5, 6 players earning 50 grand plus. Then we got 30. Seems about average. 4 players on 35. Well, 5 players on 30 to 40. So, yeah, there's money being spent. But we are currently like £500,000 below our wage budget, and we can adjust it if needs be as well, to be honest. Lewis isn't interested in contract talks. Oh no. Okay, that's a shame. Is it Liadji? Play with better players than Carlisle, I think. Okay, so that's taken us a bit of a surprise. So no Lewis, no Taylor. Yes for Hluzek. Brisbane Raw want a player on loan. Is he going to come in? Is he going to be used by us this season? I guess we've got 2 left backs already. Let him go on loan. DM Angel. We've looked at Angel as well. Now, thing is though, he's got angry bastard as his mentality. So I need to have a think about that, because here he is. I'll show you. We've looked at him. There he is. Right. Very good. Reports, priority player. Cross completion's great. Tackling's great. Covers distance. Volatile temperament. Now that's a bit of a sticky one, isn't it? Going like, do we go for someone who's like that? I don't know. Media friendly, short tempered, confrontational. Petrax resolute. What does resolute mean in terms of temperamental? Seems like someone who'd run through my brick wall, like you said. Yeah, that's what I need him to do. But then again, you could argue that maybe he isn't, because his work rate's only 12. His teamwork's only 9. So, love outside about angry bastard as a personality type. Media friendly and short tempered. Roy Keane. He's Spanish Roy Keane, but doesn't work for the team. He's not a leader. He's not really got the work rate. We've changed the attribute balance as well, so he's not quite hitting all those high markers, but he could sort of do the DM role. He could be a halfback. Good stamina. Maybe not his teamwork, but jumping reach is okay. Spanish Cantona. Should we take a punt on him? He's also extremely curious about a move. Player profile, kit to eligibility, then switch over the polygon. Oh, let's be here. That. See, I like the little. I like the kit. We've got the DNA report there as well. Look, determination, decisions, concentration. He loves it. I could change it down here. Actually, I can't, kind of. Curious George, the angry bastard. Yeah, started at Malaga, went to Man U, then went to Paris. He's had a stint at Burnley and Blackburn. He's had a career, right? Should we go in for him? What do you reckon? 10 million up front and then 12 over instalments? Basically, he's a failed wonder kid. Welcome to Crystal Palace. Hold up, says Mickey Spoon. Hang on. Who have you found, Mickey? Who have you found? Victor Cervera. How many of those clubs did he leave after suspensions or prison sentences? Victor Cervera. Okay. Is he the French version of Angel here? 27, 5'7", jumping reach is 2. That's not very good. Are you thinking he's better? Work rate's definitely better. Teamwork needs a bit of work. Decision making's good. Aggression's very high. Could be too high, possibly. Tackling's not amazing. I find a wily boy for you. You want work rate, now you want jumping. I didn't say I want a wily boy, but I said that if he's there, worse than the missus. If your missus wants a wily boy, then yeah, that's worrying. she should be happy with it with a Mickey spoon, you know. What have we got? Strikers. Let's see a striker. Paul Ward, B+. B+ for Wardy. Just saying. Denzer. Denzer's giving me Recoba vibes. I'll take a region each. This is how we do it, innit? Inconsistent. Move on. Unflappable. Right, let's have a look at Biggleswade. Let's get some football played. I know it's not what we're here for, right? But let's All Inter Milan badge to use an FM23 badge pack. Probably. Yeah, I don't think I like the new badge. Unless actually, is it not what's already licensed? Because Serie A's licensed, isn't it, in the new game? So don't know. It's better than the daft one they've got anyway. I don't know. Roma don't have their name in it. No, they're not there. They took it out at the on the update, didn't they? They were in it at first. Campbell over the top. So yeah, so the 2-0 win against, the 2-2 draw, against Tottenham, very interesting. Obviously, this against Biggleswade is theoretically more about how we're going to play it properly, and we'll see what we can actually do with the formation. Do we like it? Does it need tweaking? Just a bit of retained possession, apparently. Militao dinks over the top. Batalla off the post. Bow off the post again. Oh, I should have been playing the youngster. Nakagura. That's why I wanted to stay. Lovely free kick. Benny John Bristol, Steel, and out the Watford job. Oh, nice. Cue all the jokes about, right, who are you going to manage next week? Trackside player almost unscouted purely based on the teams that want them. That makes sense. And is this for Alkmaar, is it, Barton? Because that seems reasonable. If everyone else wants them, they must know something. Anton's with the ball at the top. Caleb. It's the first sign of intent we've seen from Antonsen, so either he's found his level, or maybe she's now like, now I understand what we want, Kathy. Nakagura's through again. Oof. Caleb makes it 3. Won by Newcastle, Liverpool and Paris Saint-Germain. Now, I'm not going to lie, that's the reason I signed Isaac Liagi at Kaiserslautern all those years ago. Everyone wanted him. I was just like, oh, he must be good. I'd never heard of him. It turns out he was actually a really big talent at the time. I was just like, he seems alright. I went and signed him. I was just like, oh, here we go. Stop it. No, genuinely, Jord, I had no idea. I text Matt about it. I was like, this kid looks brilliant. Turns out he's very well known. And I was over the moon when Sunderland signed him. I was just like, this is incredible. for bullying people. Like this. Is what I like about this is we're playing Biggleswade, we're 4-0 up, and the right back's still on a 6.8, and he's just like, bit, don't really fancy it. Justice for Biggleswade. Oh, and it is the first team though, Jord. It is the first team. Like for them, it's like a nice day out. They'll come to Selhurst Park, and they're like, oh, look at this is brilliant. You've got like seats and everything. Like, yeah. And I'll lay down and die. This is definitely for fitness more than anything. To try and convince me that 4-2-3-1 can be a viable option. We're on holiday in London. Yeah. Hey, we went to the Shard. Right, so Battala's made it 6 after 20 minutes. We said we wanted 9. Even Battala's scored. We don't like Biggleswade, to be fair. My local team joins the league next season. And if this is the Biggleswade that we don't like as well, Bart, then that's fair enough. Okay. Antonsen. This is the thing, see, 4-2-3 or Gegenpress, overpowered. If I had my way, I'd be 1-0 up against Biggleswade at this point, and they would have had a goal disallowed. And I'd be going, ooh, think of the narrative. Instead, we're 6-0 up. Go on hot food, working toilet, sure, just roll over and take a punishment. Fun fact, their local radio station is Biggles FM. I mean, if anything, we've taken our foot off the gas a little bit. We've not scored in 8 minutes. Caleb's on a 9.8. Mendes is on a 6.9. Portuguese under 21s. A spicy boy called Alessio Lucas. I don't think the right back wants it enough. Maybe he's a Biggleswade fan. Maybe that's the thing. Let me check out the like tweets of Biggins. Let's see what we got. Yeah. Got Christopher Biggins or got the Biggles. For some reason, I know we're looking at Biggleswade, but in my head I was like, Mr. Turnbull. I don't know why. I've got the two of them mixed up. It's clearly not. Right, well done, everybody. You're doing really well. You've upset Biggleswade. All their players and their family are really upset now. I haven't even got the other lad on the bench. Let's do an entire change, shall we? Change the whole lot. Change them all. Get them all out. Oh, Biggins is in there. Oh, okay. When I played Leicester and all FMs, the best friend was always Hinkley. If I didn't beat them more than 14-11, I was disappointed. Seems reasonable. There's a beefy challenge going in there. All these young kids coming on going, oh no, it's 7-0 up, what if I make a mistake, Gaffer? Just don't then. play City, but Liverpool FC won 30-0. 30-0? Or Liverpool FC? Is that the Uruguayan Liverpool, is it? Or would you rather sign a Brazilian wonder kid or a wonder kid from a random low-ranked country? Oh, right, random low-ranked country, obviously, all the time. All the time. Because that's the cooler bit about football, isn't it? If you find a player playing like in the lower reaches of the world, like far out reaches of the world, and then they become like an absolute superstar, that's the get the Azeri lads in, yeah. That's what it's all about. Like, we know Brazil's going to have wonder kids. We know Argentina's going to have wonder kids. We know that Croatia's going to have wonder kids. But let's face it, if you can get like a wonder kid from Singapore or something, or Bhutan, as George just said there. Yeah. Yeah, you want that, right? See Palace have a younger, sexier manager. Hello, Owen, how are you, buddy? I mean, we do try, but you know what? I do take a lot of inspiration from Roy Hodgson, to be honest, so that's what we do. How are you getting on, buddy? Hope we're well. Life's treating us good, man. We're all right. We're doing summer recruitment, so that's good. We're happy with that. £42 million to spend, and I've spent £4 million, so that's quite a lot for me. I had 2 players turn us down, which is a bit disappointing. Players that I wanted. One player I'm busy trying to negotiate a deal on, but may have ended up getting someone completely free instead. In terms of a loans, we're not even having to pay his wages. So can't give this money away. Dead ball through over the top, kill the journeyman from what I can see. Getting there slowly. We've got 9 trophies now out of 35. We obviously won promotion from League One with Huddersfield. Finished second. Should have won the title on the last day of the season, but sadly, in classic TJ fashion, we beat Colchester, who won the league in the penultimate match. We went to their place, beat them 1-0. Then we had to beat West Brom at home on the last day of the season. They had to lose away to Swindon. They lost 1-0 to Swindon. We battered West Brom. Like, I've never seen us throw so many shots at a team ever. And it didn't matter what we did, we just weren't scoring. We went incredibly aggressive and attacking. It got to the point where with 2 minutes to go, 5 minutes to go, we had 2 centre-backs and that was it. 2 minutes to go, West Brom have their first shot of the game and they score, and then they win 1-0 and we lose the title. Just like, we were 2 points behind Colchester. Like, they lost. All we had to do was win at that point, and then we were on the title. So yeah, finished second, sadly. Had a bit of nosy around. Huddersfield were like, hey, do you want £1.7 million transfer budget for the Championship? No, not really. Crystal Palace were like, would you like £40 million? We're like, yes, please. Let's take that. So we took the Palace job. The Colchester manager, ironically, who won the division, took over the Huddersfield job. So he obviously was a bit surprised he won the title. We've hit double figures, that's good. Just busy pre-season friendly, getting some fitness in. 38 shots, 18 on target, 3.77 XG. This should be decent enough for morale at this point. How are you getting on your save though? When you're about to see you now, you must be one. Have you pretty much completed Asia yet, or are you still hanging in there? Jordan, a Liechtensteinian Argentinian who was the best striker in the world. I think there's no way they can't, to be honest. That sounds incredible. Had the same thing happen later season, lost the league by a point, says Owen. It's the fun way to do it though, isn't it? You know, it's boring winning the league by loads. Losing on the last day of the season, that's the real way to do it. Evie Ultra, how are you, pal? Welcome in. Nice to see you again. Hope you're good. Stream's great, man. We're having a lovely time. We were a little bit delayed getting on, but we're up and running now. Family's all good as well, thank you. We're in good spirits at the minute. And Bender still can't hit a barn door. Still can't. Poster said players 18 in the new Gen channel. Let's have a look. He's fine. He's absolutely fine, isn't he? To be honest. Yeah, he's gonna be half decent. He looks a player. If we do win, we have to go to Canada, Peru, or South Africa. Okay. So what in terms of like how? Because how's your save set up then? Owen? What's the plan? Are you doing like just a big journeyman Pentagon thing, or does it have some sort of like specific rules to it? The inside penalty there. United City, thanks for clarifying how I actually play FM. Didn't realise my mediocrity was actually doing it right. Oh, Kev. We're the land of mediocrity around here, right? Team bang average all the way. George, right? We won 12. Why are we settling for 11? Taking the foot off the gas. Had him for years, come through young boys and bought him at Monaco, and 4 years later found him again and scored 70. That's what you want. Beautiful goals across the season when we hit Inter. Only 11. Right, everyone's getting fined. Dreadful. Dreadful. Not even worth it. What a waste of everyone's time that was. Well, there's a recruitment meeting coming in, which is interesting. Narrative has got all the badges in real life that I could level can get. Hong Kong was the answer to that question to try and climb the league based on league rep. Excellent. Have you done a final Premier League running prediction? No. You can feel free to do one if you want. Jabbers. It's not something I'll probably be taking part in. Basically, just due to a lack of interest in the Premiership, to be honest. But everyone else seems to have a lovely time doing it. So, but yeah, if you want to do that, we'll be on for a few more minutes. So if you all want to do a prediction, just shout out who you think is going to presumably win or get relegated, or a mixture of both. Sheffield United have made an offer for Rajul. No. You're young and you're good, so you're not going anywhere. Celtic have tried to look. All these players just desperately trying to pick out. You know what I mean? Going, oh, let's get him. Like, lads, just how's about we just let me have my team, thank you, rather than like, well, that's not quite how it works, but we've got a link to the website. People want it. Oh, yeah. Premier League is full of mercenary capitalist menace. Yeah, exactly. A football team will win. Yeah, maybe. Well, you know what? I don't think a football team will. I think a football team will win, but if is it a football team or is it a state that are going to win? That's the question. Also, as well, answer me this, chat. Did Hugo Sikwe have the greatest season of his life last year at Sunderland? Because look at this. Okay? Look at this. 7th in the league in the Premiership for high intensity sprints, 8th for key tackles, 6th in the league for blocks, 5th in the league for clearances, 4th for interceptions, 3rd for distance covered, 16th for open play crosses attempted, 20th for dribbles made, 17th for shots blocked. He's 32. He's Belgian. Has he had his greatest ever season and he's now like on an absolute downer? He gave the ball away. He's the 4th highest giving the ball away That's not even a sentence, is it? He's the 4th highest giving the ball away. Come on, Jameson. Can't even speak. This distance covered stat good for a defender. It is if he's a fullback, I think. If you're playing as a wing back, then yeah, distance cover's pretty good. Means you're getting up and down. So he spends all his time chasing down lost balls. Possibly. Ray Dazzler, welcome in. Hello, welcome and appreciate the follow. Very kind indeed. This guy, Bacolo. Right back. I think right back seems fine. 13 grand. Wages. Wolves have signed Scotter. Didn't want 120 grand for them, did he? Just 82. Yakut. Angel is interested. Here we go. Will become a regular player when Angel leaves. Yeah, fine. Do you know what the Ancelotti challenge is? Is that where you've got to win the Champions League in multiple nations? Is that right? My report card for DMs and STs was up there without playing the save properly. I don't know if anyone can find anyone anymore. I mean, we're more than happy to take any more suggestions, but Angel's an option. Win 4 Champions League with the top 5. That's right, yeah. He's half decent, that Ancelotti, isn't he? He's not bad. Scoobius Pip's in. Hello, Pip. How are you, pal? Welcome in. Big shout for Pip, by the way. If you've not followed Pip, what on earth are you doing? Giving yourselves a little quiet one. Right. Get on that one. What about that? There we are, just chilling away. Then old Pip rocks up. I'm not the real Scoobius Pip. All right, okay, no shout out for Pip then. There was part of me a bit confused. I was like, I'm sure Pip already follows, but then I was like, oh, maybe not. But, you know, I was being nice to you. And then, nah, I'm taking it away now. He is an FM fan, so it would have made sense for him to be in. And we interviewed him on Football Manager Therapy when we had that. So I was thinking, okay, you know, that's interesting. Got him. Then, no, apparently not. Apparently I've been done, hook, line and sinker. He does stream on Twitch. He does, exactly. That's why I was like, it all makes sense. Here I am in my own little world, like, you know, trying to find players and that. And I'm like, oh, there's Pip. But no, apparently not. That'll be the clip for tonight's stream, won't it? But welcome in, not Scoobius Pip. You're not going to Villarreal. We'll pretend it was the OG. Yeah, exactly. I'll tag him in. It's like, oh, I appreciate the follow, mate. He'd be like, I already follow. I was like, I thought so, yeah. Right, what do we reckon about this McBride lad? McBride from Burton. Yes or no? Barnsley want Breeze, that's fine. I'm still not selling Jones. Bacola's in. There's another loanee. Still not really cutting into this 40 million. Angel will take quite a bit of cash out though. I think it's about 20 mil to bring him in. So I think he's been reasonably well supported over any issues due to being part of the dressing room social group. Yeah, good. Okay, so he becomes the right back now. Cool. Let's put Jancic in as well. Who's he coming in for? In place of the Cure? Or in place of Parsons? Put him in place of the Cure for now. Where is he? He can do both. Left foot, right foot. Banned for 2 championship matches from the start. Excellent. That's what we like. Probably don't play him in the friendlies. Doesn't really need to. Pagani. Where's he come from? Oh, from Palace apparently. I've done it yet. Have we done what, Dazzler? Have I done the Ancelotti challenge yet? No, I haven't. No, have you done it? Derry, that's fine. Fulham made a bid for Lewis. I mean, a bit annoyed that he he's turned us down already. Right, he wants to go to Celtic. Doesn't feel comfortable in big matches. Unhappy with quickness training. Has performed below par. Rumours suggest he's unsettled. Leading championship player. Could be quite good. Transfer listed. Right, okay. 12 million. Fee could rise to 22.5. What do you reckon? Do we go for it, or do we just go no? What is a good tactic for small teams? 4-4-2. 4-4-2. I'm not sure what to do about Samuel. Can he be replaced easily? With that kind of money, probably. I mean, I in a sense, he's not in the side right now, so you could argue, yes, it's probably easy to do it. He's on the bench at the minute, but we could probably put him in there. Then Nakagura could go there. And all of a sudden, have we got a better setup? Maybe. We've got a right midfielder. Mambenda. You know, we've technically already got one. Have we got his replacement? Maybe. Can we go out and bring another player in? Probably. We've got loads of money. He's only really 3 stars-ish. Leading championship player, good premiership player. This, you know, the team are already suggesting that he falls below the list of players we've got who can play at right wing. Below Caleb, below Nakagura, below Gumbau, below Mambenda. Might be able to cash in, but I don't know whether the fees are a bit too low or not. That would be my that's my maybe. Let's hang fire with it. We'll play this last friend and then we'll have a think. Need to get some more coaches in as well, actually. Try and work that out. In answer to the question, will we try the Ancelotti challenge? Probably not. No. Probably not, and it's mainly just down to the fact that I don't play the big leagues. To be honest, it's not really a thing that I like, so I'll probably just ignore it. But it's a good challenge though. Money's an issue, so extra money can make the decision would be easier. Yeah, we could just go out and just buy someone better. Although we have found that just buying players might be tricky because no one's instantly wanting to come straight in. Be like, yeah, we'll come here. It's just like, rather not actually. Which I guess is understandable given the fact we're in the championship. So what we'll do is we'll give him a run out, stick him out a right wing, see what he looks like. If we're going to get 20 million from Grant and some of it's going to be over a period of time, then let's look. I mean, that McBride lad could come in and probably do the same job. Nagakura on the wing, Wardy up top. I like your thinking, Zeep. I like your thinking. It's so crazy it might just work. I am tempted to bring Ward in, partly because it would just make the Arsenal explode. With Caleb just behind. I think with the supply line, there's a possibility that he gets the goals. He wouldn't be a big signing, so he wouldn't have the pressure. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. Just have to think, right? Good challenge by Caleb. I've been impressed with him in pre-season. I'm not sure it's because he wants to play for a move or not. Even Nico, how are you? Get Wardy signed. See, now we're starting to come around to it, aren't we? Caleb. Samuel doesn't win it. Oh, and get the player looked up. Grab Emre Tezel from Brentford. Where's he play? Mickey. Who are we looking at, bottom? Alexa Lazic. Where's Lazic play? Greetings from Greece. Hello, Zero Skill. Welcome in. Pleasure to have you. Hope you're well. Not sure he's a new gen dates wise. It looks like he was here at the start. Okay. Interesting. We'll have a little look. All good. Thank you, Nico. Can't complain. What a goal! Samuel with the cross. He's advanced forward. Okay. It's Antonson with the ball over the top. Samuel a bit of pace. Nagakura finishing. Okay. That looks like a nice little combination. Samuel just drives it straight at the defender. It's still tricky, isn't it? Because obviously it's pre-season, so we still don't get a full sense of what this team's actually like. Excuse me. Is my blind side? If anyone's interested, I post on the Discord in my save section. Let's have a look, sorry. Good beard. 16 for dribbling. 20 years old Serbian. Okay, let's have a little nosy for him, shall we? There we go, that'll do Caleb in there. New gen. Oh no. He looks good though. Simon looking for a centre back. We've seen. Who's that talking to? I was talking to somebody about this the other day, saying that there's a distinct lack of centre backs who play centre forwards who play centre back these days. I don't know whether it's a thing. It just seems to be like an art that's died out. I think we need to get back to embracing it. Centre forwards or centre backs, please. Should do well at Alkmaar. I think he should. I think you've got a good player there, to be honest, Barton. AZ's a good setup as well, man. Such a cult position combination. It is though, isn't it, Zeke? It really is. It's what all the good stuff's about. Grab 20 save for the sub channel and backseat with me. Yeah, that's a good reminder actually, Mickey, to shout out. If anyone is a subscriber either via Twitch subscription or by Prime, if you link that subscription to your Discord, then in there's a subscribers channel. So basically, you get access to the save file, as Mickey's just said, particularly when there's like an interesting decision point. So there is a save point that's in the Discord right now where we don't leave Huddersfield. So if you want to continue from Huddersfield and not come to Crystal Palace, you can do. If you want to go back to the moment that we could have signed for Bristol City and manage Bristol City, you can go there. So do that. And then of course you'll also hear some other bits and pieces as well, like some interesting stuff that'll be happening. There'll be like some new ideas and stuff will float about. So yeah, that's the thing. If you do subscribe, then of course feel free to drop in there as well. That's it's a nice little bonus thing, to be honest. You might as well get something for your cash rather than just a couple of emotes, which also are cool, but we do also make sure that any sub or prime is like reinvested back in the channel. Things like microphones have been upgraded, cameras been upgraded, PC itself was bought really, to be honest, out of our channel support. So it's been fantastic, really. Mickey Spoon bought me an Aziri shirt. Things like subathons and that, we put the money straight back in. I bought shirts back out for people, so that people bought like surprise shirts and stuff. If we sub with Amazon Prime, do you still get your cut? Yes you do. We do, yeah. Yeah, it means it basically if you're in via Amazon Prime, like say you have an Amazon Prime account, it's free for you, because the way that they've set it up is that you can use your sub from Amazon Prime and you can use that wherever you want and it doesn't cost you a penny. So that's a worthwhile one to watch that, because most people do Amazon Prime now. So do that and you don't have to have a separate payment going out. Well, free money. Exactly, free money. But for yourselves, more about J Plums. There you go. Look at that. 2 months in on the primes. Appreciate you, Plums. That's the thing. It's all taken care of, isn't it? So it's like, why not? Like, it's paid for. Why not reinvest it? You know. I don't know if anyone else raised. Might as well give it to you. Appreciate you, but I'm very kind. That's it. I'm not one for sort of like saying, oh yeah, we should all do this. This will be great. Like, just if people do it, cool. You know, if people can't afford it, not a problem at all. Do not push yourself to stuff you can't afford. Just come hang out in the stream. If you want to follow, that's amazing. Do that. Be in the Discord. That's cool. Listen to the Football Manager show. All those cool things, and just hang out. That's the cool thing. Like, just to warn you, everyone I've never watched has always quit eventually. I mean, yeah, eventually we have to quit. Eventually we have to quit. You know, I'm here for a while now. I mean, two years in, we've not moved yet. We're just getting started. That's how we have to look at it now. There we go, 2-1. Decent enough. It's pre-season, isn't it? That's what the last guy said. I'm still not over it. Who was the last guy? It's funny to work out, isn't it? There's gonna be some beefs. Sure, it'll be all right. Check Tesgal. Store Quantum 29. Watching Kegman for years. Keg's good, yeah. 76 goals in 340 games. '29's just on the cusp, innit? We could look to slow him down, though. He'll drop down the championship and do a shift. It's a very good point. Yeah, it doesn't look like we've got your guy in here, does it? Sadly. Right. Okay. Let me think about Tesgal, because you could be right. He could be worth a look at. He could be. Right, Hlujak seems happy enough. That's fine. Ricola. I mean, 60 million quid. Great. Yeah. Could have injury problems. He'll be fine. Why look at Tesgal when Ward's already in your phone book? He makes a good point. Makes a great point. He's only 28 as well. He's got another year on the lad. Oh, I don't know. I really don't know. I am tempted. I'm so tempted. So tempted. But I know that, like, there will be people in the chat will just lose their mind. Like, what the fuck? Why have we done this? And I feel as though it's just me going to be just giggling away, just like, yeah. That's exactly what I did. He might be an option, this Pereira lad. How did Breeze do in the friendlies? Breeze has gone to Barnsley, unfortunately. So he left before we could even get anything decent going on, unfortunately. Sign Ward, I'll use channel points to change his name and nobody will know. To not Paul Ward. How did Ward actually score? Ward got 17 last season. So he was getting a goal every other game. Yeah, 19 and 39. So it is a goal every other game. Didn't take a penalty. All goals were, he scored four goals internationally. He got 7.01 average rating. Goal every other game. You'd take that all day long in the real world. 100% you would. And we thought he was shit. We were like, "God, this guy's dreadful. Can't hit a barn door." But you're right. You'd kill for that. In the real world, you'd be like, "Oh yeah, goal every other game. Thank you very much." You can get him cheap. Why wouldn't you? I mean, it does very much feel like these are questions that I'm asking. I'm asking myself. That was in League One. That's a good point. That's a good point. A lot to ponder. I think. While we do that then, right, while we are pondering, let's have a little look at our man McBride again then, right? Because he's been scoring goals in the Championship, right? 16 goals last season. 14 goals the season before. 9 goals the season before that. Also 28. Could be a winger. Could be a striker. That's what we need to work out for tomorrow. So have a think. Is he the right player? Okay. Is he the right player? Keep your eyes peeled as well tomorrow because we might be doing some drafting tomorrow night. We'll have to have a little look at that and see what's happening. 19 fitness, yeah. Work rate, teamwork, however, I think leave a lot to be desired. But leadership is good. Anticipation's very good. Pace is good. He's agile. He's better than the Brentford lad. I'm changing my vote to McBride. He could be a defensive midfielder if needs be. He can be the one. Let's see. Let's bid 4 mil. Let's see what's what. See what they say. Well, we've also got Sam Brock as well. Who's another guy. There's a lot of money. But he could be the striker maybe. 6'4", 15 for finishing, 17 for flair, 17 for jumping reach, 18 for aggression. God, good in. Attempt overhead kicks. That's what we want. 6th on my Orient save with Red Dazzler. Nice. Well played. So our finances looking like 37 mil. We've barely scraped the surface here. 7 million quid in. Gonna be fine. Sam Brock Lesnar. Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, let's get him done. Let's get him done. Right. What we are going to get done before we go any further is we're going to say thank you. Thank you for everyone, by the way. Let's head across and raid Tactical Alley. Tacticality. He's doing the charity community stream as well, so always nice to go and offer them some support. As I say, we might be doing some drafting tomorrow night, so if you're about, come and hang out for a wee bit. Then we'll do some of this afterwards, to be honest. But appreciate it as always. I apologize I was late, but hey, we're starting to build a team at Crystal Palace. It's going to be great. Let's go and hang out at Tactical Alley. All the best. Take care. Bye now.
To tears. But surely a storyteller so great must be just another story.